Hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and I am today working on the next 50 challenge, 50 stack challenge by Crafty Cat, and we're on 32 and 33, and we are on hot and cold. Now I'm thinking, I've got some tea leaves on the table. I'm thinking that I would like to make two like sort of ATC type size little booklets. So I'm thinking if I cut, this is watercolour paper, so it's nice and thick. If I cut a strip off of the A4, just make sure it's straight, at 4 inches, so cut ourselves a strip there, and then I want to come in. That feels right. What is that? Yeah, that's about 3 inches. 3 inches like that. And then I want to give myself a little tiny bit of space like that. I'm going to bring this back over as like a flap like that. So if we take our bone folder, give that a really good, Jenga, a really good press like that. So we've got this open, yeah. So let's get 2 of them started, because we know we've got to make 2. So line that up again at our 4-inch mark. Give that a slice, and we've got that bit spare for something else. Get rid of that before we charge our fingers off. And then we want, here's our roughly 3-inch fold, and then give ourselves a little bit of space, and then bring that back over. Whenever you've got a fold over like that, you know, it always pays to have that little bit of space so you're not getting any catchy bits on the corners or anything. Okay, so I want to decorate this piece first and then decorate those pieces. So just fold it flat for a moment. Now let's do the cold first, I think. So I've got this from a jelly print. You can see it much better on the card. And all I did was I put blue and silver paints down, and then I used this cork top and I just swished it round, and it's almost like roses, I think. So I'm liking that a lot. So I'm just gonna tear myself, down there like that, and then I'm just gonna offer that on there. So again, I want a torn edge, and I think to be a little bit different we might do some blue inking with it, because to me blue is quite a cold colour. So that's why I went for the blue and the silver. And then I have another bit here. Okay, so that's good. I don't mind it's not perfect. Just gonna pop that down there. So I've got a new glue mat. How good am I? This is actually not from Poundland. I went to IKEA at the weekend with hubby because we're hunting out for a new kitchen, and these are actually flexible chopping boards, and I got 2 in a pack. This sort of turquoisey blue and a grey, like a charcoal grey, and they were £1.50, so 75p each. You can't go wrong really, can you? So we've got that lovely background on there. Okay, I'm going to find some blue ink, and as you know, I've got quite a lot of blue ink because I do like a bit of blue. So I'll find, that's a black brush. Where's the blue brush? Oh no, this is a blue brush that's been used for black. See how bad I am. So I'm just going to use this as my new inking and gluing mat. And I've got this. This is the, whoops, archival cornflower blue. And I'm just going to come around the edges now that we've stuck that down. And then I'll come up all the way across. Like that. Fold it over. So we've got the line. Like so. Quite happy with that. Just going to quickly go around and do the other side. Because if we're going to have a little open flappy booklet, then we want it on both sides, don't we? Like that. Okay, and then like that. There we go. So there's our blue one. Now that's going to fold in there. So there's our front, and then this is our flap. Now the only thing is, I'm not happy actually now I've done it with that square edge. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my tear ruler and give myself a nice deckled edge, and also that'll pick up, whoops, some ink quite nicely, I think. There we go. And also it's made it slightly narrower. Okay, whoops, my ink's, not my ink, my glue's falling over. Let's get this out of the way because it's all getting a bit confusing. Right, there we go. So this is what we've got. I feel like we now obviously need something on this side, and I thought for that I would like to use something that I never use often enough in my opinion, and that's these tea cards. So I'm going to rummage through here and try, I mean I could just go with the blue like that, but it would be nice if we could find, I mean this looks like a snow leopard. Yeah, it is. Snow leopard. There you go. So how awesome is that? If we put that on the wide side there, and we just need then something underneath. So do we use 2 wild Asian wildlife and then the snow leopard? Or do we find maybe a little bit of, what I've got behind me here is, whoops, I'm throwing everything on the floor, is I've got some Shishiko stitching that I did last year I think that was. So we could maybe cut a strip off of here. That's nice, isn't it? So across there, only thin, and obviously I am cutting all the way through the stitches, so if it wasn't going to be stuck down, that's too wide, if it wasn't going to be stuck down, that would all come unthreaded. So you need to obviously bear that in mind if you're going to cut something that you've stitched. I think that is absolutely beautiful and looks almost like a snowflake now. And then we can put that across there, and we've got a beautiful little booklet that is, in my opinion, definitely representing cold. So I'm going to put glue stick on it. Yeah, I'm just checking you can see. Glue stick on it like that. But then I'm also going to drop a couple of bits of fabric glue. So, well, this does, do you know, the one problem with this glue is it does seem to dry at the end. Apart from that, can't really fault it. So a couple of little bits of that on there. Bring this back over, offer it to where I want it, and then give it a good press down. Right, so, and then this one, I might just run my blue around the edge, just take off some of that white, a little bit of that white. And we know that we only want to glue to like his body, so about that much, like that. It's really good having this, because then when I finish the project I can just literally go to the kitchen sink and clean it. It's awesome. So there is my cold. And you could obviously put a little stud in there if you wanted to, and put a string and make it close. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I might put a paper clip or something over it. So that is our cold, and now we need to do our hot. No, that was the spare piece. Here's the folded piece. So we know now that we want the crinkle edge, so we might as well do that before we ink it up. And again, I'm going to use paper from my gel plate, and I've got this one. I think that's really sort of hot and fiery, don't you? So exactly the same principle I'm going to use. I'm going to offer that there. So come in a little bit. I'm loving the gel plate. I did get it a couple of years ago, and I believe I did some initial videos with you guys, but I wasn't really happy. It just, oh, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. But I've come to realise that one place that I can use it and it will constantly be awesome, and that's in collage. So I've started doing myself lots of these coloured sort of backgrounds that I can add into my collages, because I do love collage work, and as you know I do quite a lot of it on my Thursday Margaret Miller. So right, I'm going to bring this all the way in so we can use this non-gluey side. And I've got Distress Oxide Fabric. So I'm just going to go all the way around. Again. lovely, isn't it? So how are you all keeping? You all happy, safe and well? Finding crafting time? Lots of challenge stuff going on at the moment. Obviously I've been doing this one with Amy at Crafty Cat for a little while now, because we're on the mid-30s. I've started doing the Ugly Art Club challenge. I'm having great fun with that. It really is a challenge as to what you can get done in just 5 minutes. Plus obviously I'm still doing my Marguerite Miller on a Thursday. I've now completed the Your Creative Studio journal, the giveaway. So I will be drawing that very soon. Okay, now might be novel this time because we folded from the right. Might be quite novel to fold from the left. So I'm going to glue up the centre of this like so. I'm going to add on our super, oops, got a bit of glue on my finger there. Now that's scuppered me, hasn't it? I'm going to have to do a slightly different plan on this one. So let's have a look in here. Now this is hot, so we want something bright in colour. Try and keep the sort of reddy colours going if we can. Maybe vibrant flowers is what we need. British costume. Maybe. Oh, now that's a super hot racing car, isn't it? Oh, and then we could make a pocket out of this one. So if we rub that bit of glue away. Actually, do you know what? I quite like that look. Can I rub? Yeah. Let's rub another couple of bits out. I quite like that. And then we put some of our ink through there. I actually quite like that. So that goes to show you where you can make a mistake and then you can like make it right. And I'm feeling now like we should have some doily in there. Sorry, see, this is what happens, yeah? Fly by the seat of your pants. Get all carried away with different things. Oh, didn't realise that was 2. Right, then if I put a bit of glue on there, we can work out where we want this. I'm thinking like that. Let's pick up all that extra. That's the only trouble in it when you glue doilies with a glue stick. Alright, I'm sort of off screen here, aren't I? So let's come back up here. Loving that. I feel like there needs to be another adornment on there. Keeping that sports car local because I'm going to use that. I've got coffee here, excuse me. You know what we need there, really? We need some kind of label or something. Or, what about in my books? That's more orange than red, isn't it? Although you see we've got the reddy brown there. That's love hearts. There are 2 wishes. You are by your side. By your side. When I was dreaming, oh, these are love quotes, obviously. Oh, I quite like that one though. You put a spell on me. We can tear this round. It's still quite a hot colour, isn't it? And we can go on there like that. So let's glue that. And we're going to go just in there. So we've got this like mini collage going on. Love it. And then on the front, so we open it all out so it can dry. What do we do on our front? Well, I think this, you know, is pretty hot. It's a Jaguar sports car, isn't it? Yeah, Jaguar. But we need obviously something behind. So we use fabric. I don't know if I've got any red fabric to hand. Oh, I've just dropped a load. And then I'm lying. I've got some gingham here. No, don't like that. That's not going to work. That blue and white worked for me so well, I think. I don't think that red gingham works in the same way. And that's about the only red fabric that I've got in easy reach. So the other thing that I've got is this beautiful like mulberry paper. And this is very definitely red, isn't it? So I'm going to tear a piece out of there. I'm going to offer that there. I think that is going to work for us. What do you think? Well, it's a bit, I've done it a bit thin, haven't I? Oh dear, Claire. Oh dear. Right, we can go that way. Can definitely go that way because our car is going on top. So we're going to go there. Like so. I don't mind this hanging off a bit. And then we bring this round and bring this over, and our sports car can go right down the bottom there, covering up that wide. So we're going to go half again, like so, and pop that on there. Really simple, really easy little booklets that are not, they're not too thick to stuff out our journal hot and cold. I think they work really well. So as always, I'd like to say a huge thank you for joining me. Hope you found some joy and inspiration. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.